guys, what's up? It's AppleCritics from AppleCritics.com, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the hidden features on the iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. So in this video I'm using an iPhone 11 Pro Max, as you can see by the camera and the overall size of the device. So I'm just going to be giving you all the hidden features that not everybody is talking about and just giving it to you all in one big video. So to start off, the first hidden feature occurs in the camera app. So in the camera app, the first noticeable difference will actually be the font. So the font used in the camera app is called the SF font. Now you'll only notice it if you pay very close attention to it, or if you look at the last generation iPhone. So you can see the difference in between the fonts, so it's slightly different. Now, another new feature in the camera app would be the quick take mode. So to enable the quick take mode, all you have to do is tap and hold on the shutter button under the photo tab. So you just tap and hold. And now if we take a look at the top, you're going to see it'll start recording a video. So it's now showing 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And now if we let go, you're going to see that the video will stop. So now you can see that the video is done and it's saved over there. Now the only bad part about this is that there's going to be a lot of vertical video that will be saved instead of horizontal. So that's the only bad part of it. But it's nice to quickly launch into a video. So you can try it the other way as well. So now you're going to see it'll start recording a video. So it's just that simple. And then if we swipe up to the lock button, it'll just keep recording. So now we can take our finger off of the shutter button for the video. So that's another great feature. You can see that you can take a look at all the different cameras. So you can zoom in and you have all the 3 cameras in that video mode when it's horizontal, but not when it's vertical. So it's really easy in that mode. Now, another new feature is that we can just swipe over to the left when we hold the shutter button. So that will be the burst mode. So if you swipe over to the left and you listen closely, that will be the photo burst. And now if we swipe over to the right while it's in photo mode, you'll see that'll just start recording, and it's just that simple. And you have access to all the other 3 cameras, so you could get a different depth of field. And now you can just stop recording. Now, one hidden feature that's both present on the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max would have to be the flash. The flash is much brighter than it was on the iPhone XS and XS Max, and it's by a noticeable difference. So when you take a picture using flash, you'll notice that you might be blind for a few seconds longer than when you would take one on the XS and XS Max. So it's just significantly brighter than it was before. So we can take a look at the flash. And now you can see how bright it looks. It's not really registering on camera, but trust me, it's very, very bright in person. Now, when you're taking a video, there's actually an audio zoom feature. So with audio zoom, it's present in the latest Samsung Galaxy Note 10. So you could zoom in on the audio closer to the subject, and then you'll hear that the audio will be different based on the sound coming from whatever subject. So let's say it's a speaker and you zoom in on a speaker, the sound will be different since you're closer theoretically to the speaker. So it's really, really interesting in that way. You just have to test it out and then you'll be able to hear it. So it's just really interesting that Apple implemented this feature, and it's not getting a lot of praise either. So that is a hidden feature with the audio zoom. Now, the speakers on the iPhone 11 Pro are much improved. They include Dolby Atmos and spatial audio, so it has a full sound in the speakers, and it's very crisp and very clear, and it has some great range. So you go ahead and press the play button. AppleCritics from AppleCritics.com. In this video, I'm going to be doing a 4K 60 frames per second video from my... So you can go ahead and turn it up. And this is at full blast. iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'm going to be taking a look at how good the quality is, especially with these 3 cameras. So that is how it sounds. Now, when you listen to music or sound that's optimized for these speakers, that is when you'll definitely hear the difference. Now, a new feature is that there's no longer 3D touch in the new iPhones. Normally when we would 3D touch on settings, for example, you would see something, but now if we press and hold, we don't really see anything. But 3D touch was replaced with haptic touch. So if we just do a long press lightly, you'll see that you'll have the same options as 3D Touch. Now, 3D Touch wasn't as popular as Apple thought, so they just chose to replace it with some haptic feedback. So what we can do is just tap and hold. and they'll give you some information. So it's just that simple. So it's much easier now than it was before, and it's just better than just pressing hard on a display and causing long-term damage to that display in your overall phone. So it just makes sense to do a very light long press on your device now. So you can see that is what you can do. So it just makes sense to just do a light long press on your device now. Now the screen on the iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max is much brighter. It's the brightest screen in a long time. Now when you measure it in nits, the iPhone 11 is 625 nits and the iPhone 11 Pro is 800 nits. So that's very high quality for a display, and it's very, very bright. And it's just nice on the eyes when it's a bright and vivid and clear display, to say the least. Now, iFixit did a teardown of the iPhone 11 Pro, and they realized a shocking feature that Apple did not implement. Now, that shocking feature is the bilateral wireless charging. So what that means is it allows you to charge another device based off of the battery you have in your iPhone. So let's say, for example, you can charge your AirPods with your iPhone 11 Pro, and you can also charge your Apple Watch. Now, that was what Apple originally planned, but they took it out because it was making the device too hot, and they couldn't find a solution for it. So they just chose to disable it, but it still has the technology in the iPhone 11 Pro, most shockingly. It's in the device, but Apple doesn't use it. So it's like a NFC chip where Apple actually does use it, but they just chose to disable it because it will not work and will just heat up your device, and it could be hazardous for your iPhone 11 Pro. Now, it would have been cool if Apple would allowed you to have bilateral wireless charging so that you could charge your AirPods, your Apple Watch, maybe even another iPhone, but it just didn't work for this generation of the iPhone, and it most likely will be in next year's 5G iPhone. Now, the iPhone 11 Pro does have the ultra wideband chip. So with the ultra wideband chip, it works very well with AirDrop. So you can point your device in the direction you want to AirDrop, and it will recognize which device you want to AirDrop with. So it's very good in that way. And they also implemented AI dynamically, and they just use the smarts of AI so that you can suggest which device you want to share with. So you could just go into AirDrop, and then you can just go ahead and just long press. So you can go into AirDrop, and then we'll just automatically find who you want to AirDrop with based on your location, based on your proximity to AirDrop enabled device, and just based on your AirDrop history and everything like that. Then it will just make the smart decision to recognize which device you want to AirDrop with. So it's really good in that way. And that's made possible with AI and the ultra wideband chip. Now the next new feature is in settings, and then battery. And now the next section that is in is the battery health. And with it, what it allows you to do is have optimized battery charging. So that means it'll measure how you use your device in order to make sure the battery will last longer, so for years down the road. So we'll just make sure that it's optimized, and we'll see how you charge your device. So it won't always charge your device all the way to 100% and burn out the battery. It will charge it to 80%, then it will smartly charge the last 20% according to when you take your device off the charger. So let's say, for example, you normally take your phone off the charger at 7:30 a.m. From 7 to 7:30 a.m., it'll charge the last 20%, so go 80 to 100 from there. And it'll just analyze when you normally plug in your device, and it'll just adapt to it. So it's really, really good in that way. And it's optimizing your battery for the long term, because Apple did get outed when everybody said their battery was draining when they had the older generations of iPhones. So this is Apple's battery resolution. Now there is some new wallpaper. So if we go into wallpaper, and then we say choose a new wallpaper, and then we go to live wallpapers, you're going to see that we have some live wallpapers. So we have some new wallpapers here. So you just tap on it, and then you can see what it looks like, and then you can just tap and hold to see the animation right here. So now if we enable dark mode, so you can see that the wallpapers will now be in the dark mode, so they're much darker now. And now you can just tap on it and then just hold it now. And now you'll see the animation. It looks a lot different in dark mode, and it looks a lot better, to say the least. So that is what you can do with the new live wallpapers that Apple gives with the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So those are all the hidden features in the iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. Please be sure to subscribe to this video. Please smash the like button down below so you watch. Also be sure to check out all the other videos on my channel. Be sure to stay tuned to my channel as I will have the most iPhone 11 Pro coverage on all of YouTube. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/AppleCritics and follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/AppleCritics. And check out AppleCritics.com for your Apple news, and more. And thanks for watching.